Episode 39. Could it be? Boss? The second sturdy man stopped his movement right before the scissor landed on Tanhua's face. Take his phone. The sturdy man frowned in displeasure when he heard the ringtone coming from Tanhua's phone. He didn't feel irritated because someone interrupted his action by calling Miss Gay. He felt irritated because the ringtone was one of Barbie's songs. I am a Barbie girl in a Barbie world, made from plastic but fantastic. It was irritating. How could a man's phone use such a girly ringtone? Of course, Tanhua would use such a girly ringtone as she was a girl, and she loved Barbie. That one movie was the only one, aside from fairy tale movies, that her parents allowed her to watch. It was her favorite, you know? Copy that. The leader approached Tanhua, and at the next second, grab! The leader of the gang took Tanhua's phone and gave it to the sturdy man. Hey, give it back! Tanhua struggled to take back her one and only phone, but the two men beside her held her tight, making her frown. Oh my god, she still couldn't move. Pip. Heh, I am curious. Let's see who called this gay. Maybe it's his gay partner. The sturdy man smirked when he pushed the answer button as he took the call and waited for someone who called Tanhua to speak. The one who called this gay must be his gay partner. Maybe that one also worked here. How interesting. At that time, Tanhua's phone was on loudspeaker mode, so whoever called her, their voice could be heard by all the people in the room. 2 seconds after the call was answered by the sturdy man, a super familiar voice rang throughout the room from Tanhua's phone. You lowly doggo? Where are you, huh? I have been waiting for an hour already. Are you slacking off? Get your ass back here, now! The voice came from none other than Tanhua's big boss, Nan Shen. Nan Shen was shouting as he called Tanhua, and because it was on loudspeaker, all the people in the room could clearly hear Nan Shen's words to Tanhua. All the people inside the room, except for Tanhua, had their jaws hit the floor with bewildered expressions on their faces. Well, for Tanhua, her jaw didn't hit the floor, but she subconsciously flinched in fright listening to her boss's anger. Oh my god, she would be dead now. Boss Nan is angry at her. On the contrary, the bullies inside the room had different thoughts from Tanhua. They were shocked when they heard the voice over the phone. What? What happened? This voice, isn't it, Boss Nan? Why? Why is Boss Nan calling this gay? No one in the room didn't recognize the owner of that voice who screamed, scolding Tanhua in rage. They all knew that it was Nan Shen, their boss's voice, and all of them suddenly felt afraid. They were bullying someone whom their boss called. If they were found out, they would be fired. The sturdy man was flustered and was about to end the call when Tanhua, who didn't waste her opportunity, shouted at the top of her lungs. Boss, I'm at XX room and about to die. This sentence managed to be heard by Nan Shen on the other side of the phone before the sturdy man ended the call. Bip, bip. The number you were calling ended the call. What? At this time, Nan Shen, who heard what Tanhua said, was so surprised that he suddenly stood up from his chair. Break. What the hell? Tanhua said she was in XX room and was about to die? What happened to him? Did he get kidnapped and tortured? This won't do. He has to go there. How can he let his pet be tortured by a bunch of lowly beings? What if Tanhua dies? Then his source of joy and his Cupid would be gone. Nan Shen's face turned pale as he rushed toward the door, leaving behind the dumbfounded Wu Yin. Slam! Boss Nan, wait, where are you going? Wu Yin, who heard the sound of the door being closed by Nan Shen, immediately chased after him. But when he went out from the room, he didn't see anyone. Gah! Boss Nan is gone! At this moment, Nan Shen was currently waiting for the elevator to arrive at the 3rd floor. But then, it was already a minute, and the elevator didn't arrive yet. Damn it. Nan Shen gritted his teeth and chose to run through the emergency stairs. If he waited for the elevator to come, then maybe Tanhua would already be killed by those kidnappers. Tap, tap, tap. Nan Shen ran as fast as he could to the 1st floor using the emergency stairs. Well, he thought Tanhua was kidnapped and tortured by his enemy. He was too panicked that he didn't think why the hell would kidnappers trap Tanhua inside the company. 5 minutes later. Rat! Tedwa! Nan Shen arrived at the room while catching his breath. He was so damn tired, but he managed to arrive fast. Nan Shen thought he would see Tanhua being tied to a chair and beaten until she became like a pig. But this was the scene he saw. Tanhua was standing over 5 people who were all laying on the floor with their faces bruised here and there. What? What happened? Let's go 5 minutes back before Nan Shen arrived to know how the hell the scene happened. Damn you, gay. Why do you have to shout for help, huh? The sturdy man flung away Tanhua's phone in anger when Tanhua shouted for help right before the man ended the call. Prack. Which idiot will stay silent when they can shout for help? Not me, obviously. Tanhua tilted her head innocently before she shrugged her shoulder very casually. She might be an idiot who was always caught in Nan Shen's trap, but she wasn't that idiotic, you know? Even a 5-year-old baby would know to call for help in a dire situation if they could. You? The sturdy man was so angry that his body trembled. Well, he was angry but at the same time also felt afraid of Tanhua. Tanhua had called for help, and the one she called for help was no normal coworker. It was the boss. The sturdy man had cold sweat drenching his back. If he didn't leave now, he would be caught by Boss Nan. It means he would be fired. Hey, shouldn't we leave now? Boss Nan seems like he is going to come here. What if we get caught? The leader of the gang timidly raised his voice to warn his friends about this fact. Even Biaozi, that woman, also thought the same. She didn't want to be fired. Not only that, but she was also afraid to offend the CEO of this company, Nan Shen. Why yes, let's run now. The man beside Tanhua subconsciously loosened his grip on Tanhua's arm. Well, the other man still had his grip tight on Tanhua's arm though. Shut up. No matter what we do, even if we escape, we still will get caught. It's better to beat up this gay first, or all our plans now will be in vain. The sturdy man raised his voice and voiced his opinion as he glared with red eyes at Tanhua. This sentence immediately made the people inside the room realize that no matter what they did, even if they ran now, someone like Nan Shen could always find fault with them. They were bound to be fired. Yeah, you are right. Let's just beat this gay first. The leader of the gang was the first one to be convinced by the sturdy man's words. The two men beside Tanhua didn't get convinced that fast, and they didn't realize they lowered their guard against Tanhua, which was immediately known by Tanhua herself. This an opening. Without thinking long, Tanhua twisted her left arm and punched the man's jaw with her fist. The man on Tanhua's left side screamed in pain when Tanhua's fist landed right under his jaw. After doing her attack, Tanhua didn't stay still at that place. With her free left hand, she turned her body, and within a second, she punched the man by her right side, exactly on his vital little brother. But, the man immediately fell to the ground with white foam coming out from his mouth. He instantly fainted from the pain he felt on his little brother. Oh right, the first sturdy man who fainted up until now still hadn't regained his consciousness. This means Tanhua's punch was deadly dangerous. Of course, it was dangerous as Tanhua had predicted which spot on the man's body would be the most dangerous one if it got punched or kicked. Tanhua had a black belt in karate martial arts. If not for her new body being this weak, those two men who held her arm earlier wouldn't have been able to hold her back for so long. Fuck. You. Get him. The sturdy man shouted to the leader of the gang as he too ran toward Tanhua to grab her. But who knows? Tanhua was a bit clever now that she took the wooden bat one of the men left behind in just less than a second before the sturdy man got her. When the sturdy man had reached Tanhua's back collar and was about to punch her head, Tanhua suddenly twisted her waist, turned her body, and using great strength, she swung the wooden bat in her hand. The wooden bat hit the sturdy man's neck and immediately made him faint on the spot. Bruck, the leader of the gang, who was just about to attack Tanhua from behind, was so shocked when he saw the sturdy man fainted, and precisely at this moment Tanhua hit the leader's chest with her knee, sending a big KO to the rest of them as well. KO!